It takes so many people to be watching one person. It is not even funny. It's not even funny. Like, when are you guys gonna stop? Like, seriously, shouldn't you be home with your wives trying to figure out like tomorrow's plans instead of sitting here in big black trucks with tinted windows, revving your engines, worrying about what a black woman is doing and why you're inputting yourself into her reality? Like, to me, that is really weird. Like, seriously. And we know who's behind this stuff. The people who are sent to watch your every move. Some of them are good people, but some of them are really harassers, okay? They're always harassing. That's all they do is harass. Even when they're off work, they're harassing. So, I just caught this truck, big four-door black truck, sitting behind on across the street from where I am, sitting there just watching and monitoring me. Like, it's super busy and you're sitting there watching and monitoring me. So as soon as I step out of my car to look and see if anybody's tampering with my car because it started to move, you leave. So this is what I'm talking about, guys. These people, I'm telling you, I must be a king's daughter or something. And I know I am a king's daughter. I am the Most High's daughter. And this is what happens when you know who you are. Like, some people just don't like it. Don't like that you know who you are. You stand for whatever you stand for, and you're not bothering anybody. And this is what's pissing me off, because they sit here and watch and monitor your every move, but they don't even see you doing anything. So what's the purpose? What's the purpose? Are you stalking me for business? Are you stalking me for your investigation? Or are you stalking me because you're a big bully? Are you bully? This is what you do, bully women? Women? This is what I'm talking about, guys. Like, y'all just don't understand. This stuff is not fair out here, and I get to speak my truth about it. And being a woman and then being a black woman, this stuff is really, really weird, because most of these people who at night who's harassing me are the men. Are the men. Yes, it's some women that come out and do their synchronized, street theater, but the majority of these people who are watching and lurking and following and harassing are the men, and most of them probably are married men. So this is what I'm talking about, ladies. Y'all got to know where your husband at night. Like, where is your husband at sometimes? Because they're in the streets out here harassing women. All right. And I'm not saying that to be derogatory, but I'm trying to tell you, like, this is the stuff that I'm dealing with out here. And I'm only dealing with this out here because somebody, a male, didn't do what they were supposed to do. So that's what I'm saying. Like, a lot of this stuff, this targeting and harassment and defamation and slander and stalking campaign, gang stalking campaign, is an accidental injuries. Most of them, I hate to say it, and I have nothing against men. I love, men, especially a black man. You know what I'm saying? There's the men out here harassing the women. So I just want to let y'all know, y'all got to be very careful, women. Ladies, these men out here with some other secret agenda. I'm telling you, like, the retaliation that I'm dealing with right now is not even funny. It's not even funny. And yes, I know sometimes I say stuff. It's because I'm trying to get people to realize that this gang stalking thing is bigger than what we think it is. And especially if you're an injured person and you're considered the victim. No, they're considering you the criminal because they have to watch your every move. And some of these people are doing unjust stuff out here, and no one's monitoring them. That's the sad part. Nobody's monitoring these people while they're sitting here monitoring homeless people, and some of them people are going missing. they're monitoring women, they're monitoring all kinds of situations, and no one's monitoring the monitors. That's the thing. And they find out stuff through these secret devices, these cameras. They have GPSs, and these people have cameras in my car, guys. They have a camera in my car, they have a listening device in my car. I'm telling you, and you got to be very careful of who you deal with from time to time, because somebody, they must be using somebody that you know or familiar with, and they're familiar with you to get this stuff in your car. I'm just telling you, I don't know. I'm just throwing out these little things, and this is all alleged until proven otherwise, because this stuff, this pain and suffering stuff, is real, and this is what they make you go through. They could have ended this long time ago, this stuff that I'm dealing with, but I get to tell my story about how this has been turned into some kind of defamation, stalking campaign, harassment, anything that you could think of. So yes, it's easy to say, oh, I'm good. Okay, I'm good over here. No, this can turn into somebody you know or somebody close to you going through this stuff. You know what I'm saying? You have to stay awake. You have to stay alert, because this stuff is not just happening to me. It's happening to other people, but people are afraid to speak up about it, or they just don't have social media, or they don't want to be on social media. I choose to be on. I've been doing this before any of the situation. So I get to tell my story, because let me tell you, the odds, if you really think about it, sometimes the odds are against you, but you have a God in heaven, and he's going to make sure that you get through this victorious without a scratch, because they're trying to really harm you out here. I'm telling you, people, when you're talking about gang stalking and following and harassment and defamation and discrimination, these people have pent up anger in them, and they're showing their aggression. These are the aggressives. That's what I call them, the aggressives. And they can come in any shape, form, color, size, whatever, because they want to win. Who does this at a big rate like this if they didn't want to win? I'm just me. It's just me out here. I ain't out here targeting anybody, stalking, harassing, defamation. I'm telling my truths, and my truths are not slander. My truths are not defamation. My truths are about me, and I get to tell my story. So that's the thing is, guys, like I'm telling y'all, I don't wish this on nobody, but I have to go through it to get to it. And let me tell you, it's a dirty world out here. It's a dirty world out here, and they're all connected. It's a network of people, and they work together. They will follow you from city to city to get a job done. And let me tell you, this is a prime example of what it will look like. Okay, so I'm telling y'all got to be careful. And I haven't done anything. I haven't wished any bad, nothing on anyone. But see, my God in heaven, he sees everything. So the things that you're hating me for, don't hate me for it, because when my God see that his child is going through this, oh, he ain't gonna be pleased. He ain't gonna be pleased. That's why he wrote Obadiah in the Bible. He wrote that part for the evildoers. So that's all I'm gonna say, Obadiah. Okay, Obadiah. So all praises to the Most High God. They hear me. Listen, guys, these people be listening to my YouTube channel. I don't know how they find my YouTube channel. I don't know half of these people. I'm in the black sector. I'm in the motivational speaking section, the spiritual section, and they still come and listen to my videos to harass me, to follow me, to stalk me, and to do all kinds of just, y'all wouldn't even believe the stuff I could tell y'all right now what's going on, but I can't. And it's just unjust. It's very wicked. It's very wicked. If I could tell you the things that they've done to me as a woman, as a black woman, going through this situation, knowing my every move, knowing everywhere I go, just going anywhere, going to the grocery store, going to the library, going to the doctor's offices, going to any place you can think of. I'm telling you, I've had an experience of following, targeting, and all of that is not right. It's against, you know what, if I feel like it's against my U.S. constitutional rights, but the way how they come at me, they're so close, and I know that they're not supposed to be this close to me. Like, they always coming up close. They're doing all this wicked stuff to get you to notice them. They harassing you. And I'm telling you, every day that I have to be out here, I'm going to get on this YouTube if I feel like it and speak my truth without even having to say anything. I'm telling you what I experience, what I hear, what I see, what I feel. Because that's what they're trying to do, is get me so riled up that I'm gonna jump outside the box and you know do something. But what am I supposed to do? What am I gonna do? I'm not gonna do nothing but sit here and just deal with this stuff. Because let me tell you, it doesn't end when it ends. It doesn't end when it comes to an African American woman or a man. It doesn't end when it ends. That targeting is going to stick around for a long time. Ask me how I know. I've been dealing with this for a long time. These people follow you everywhere you go. They slander you through these apps on these cell phones and social media, on the dark web. They put you, I mean, let me tell you, it wouldn't be a surprise that they have me on a dark web somewhere. I'm telling you. I'm telling y'all, better do those sweeps of the dark web. These people are, whoever these people are, they're not right. Something ain't right with them. That's why I say we're dealing with some demonic entities out here. Like, I'm telling you, we're not battling just flesh and blood. We're battling spirits in high places, low places, medium places. I'm telling you, it ain't cool. And every day that I have to be out here dealing with this madness because of somebody else's somebody else put me in this situation because of the negligence and their oversight or their negligent security. I'm going to speak my truth because it's not right and it's not fair, because I was living a good life. I was living a peaceful life and I wasn't messing with anybody. And then now I have two situations that I got to fight because of somebody else. Two different employees in two different places harming me, but I'm being watched and surveillance 24/7 because of their negligence. And now these old robo ass aggressives, I call them, and they big trucks and Mustangs. These are white men, black men, women. It's some females following me, guys. It's men and women doing this. Don't get it twisted. Don't get it twisted. Some of them, I don't know where they come from. Some of the handlers, they need to be ashamed of themselves. Some of these handlers, you know who you are, and I can spot you out. See, they know that. I can spot them out. God gives me discernment to spot these demonic demons out. And they're coming for me. Why are they coming for me? Why are they coming for me? Who's on here? Hey, y'all. Hello. Who is this? I can't even see you either. I can't even see us in something black. Somebody said, not the white man, just the black man is harassing you. Said it laughing out loud. What? Not the white man, just the black. I said all races harass me. Men, women, all races. Amazon is helping them. Okay, y'all are just, you don't understand what I'm talking about. I think you guys are in the wrong section. This is not the gamer section. This is not the teeny bop section. This is the realist section. This is the independent thinkers section. This is what is really going on in America right now. Okay? This is not the bully section. You're not going to come over here and bully me, okay? So stop it. Like, if you're not going to hold a intelligent conversation with a grown woman who's in her 50s, then don't be on my channel. This is not the 16-year-old. This is not for children. I'm sorry. This is not TikTok. But anyway, guys, so for the realists out there, for the spiritual individuals out there, and for the people who have been harassed, gangstalked, gaslighted, all of that, slandered, mocked, this is for you guys. Still, don't let them kill your joy, guys. That's the whole purpose of this thing. I'm telling you, this is not just a race situation, but it is racial. Okay? Because first of all, the first thing you see when you see a black woman is her color. And this is how certain individuals think. You just because you don't think that way doesn't mean somebody else doesn't think that way. Okay? I know what I experienced, and no one can tell me what I didn't experience. I know what I experienced. Until you have walked in my shoes and went where I've gone, you can't really say anything about how I feel. Okay? I'm telling my audience how I feel about what I experienced. So if you don't relate to that, maybe this is over your head, kindly just click off and go to somebody else's channel. Like, don't y'all have something else to do? Isn't it, maybe another time zone or something? But I'm not here to go back and forth with you. If you're not understanding that's what's wrong with society. Some people don't have compassion for others, especially if it's not in another race. Okay? A lot of people don't understand how it is to live as a black person. They don't, and they don't care. Okay? They don't care. So, and unless you can relate to me, I really don't have anything else to say to you guys. I'm seriously on the real note. Let me see what this person said. Woke identity politics is what's going on. That's right. It is woke. You should be woke. You should be knowing what's going on in society, politics, religion, spirituality. You should be woke. I mean, if you're grown, you should be woke. I don't expect this to be a child to be woke. You shouldn't pressure anyone to be woke, really, especially if they're not an adult. So, but if you're an adult and you're on here, yes, you should be woke and you should be aware, because that's all woke is, being aware of what has happened in the past and how it relates to the future. And but yeah, guys, so a lot of people don't understand when you get injured here, and especially in Florida, they will, if they have a vendetta against you, if they pay people to do this campaign to you, please stay prayed up. Please stay prayed up, because this is what my forefathers seemed like what they had to go through. How they were mocked, harassed, sought after, hunted down, looked for, talked about, snickered at, traced, tracked, all of that. All of that is what I'm experiencing. And no one can't tell me that I'm not experiencing that. No one can tell me what I experience. They're not out here with me. They're not out here seeing what I'm seeing. And if they are out here seeing what I'm seeing, they're seeing it from a different perspective. And most likely, they're not even on my side. If you're on my side, I'm going to ask these people out here. They're out here because there's people out here. It's Saturday, y'all. If you're on my side, press your brake lights. Okay, nobody's out here. See, that's exactly what I'm talking about. Ain't nobody on my side out here. I'm out here dealing with my experience out here, and I'm sharing on my YouTube what I experienced as a victim, as an injured person who don't get the same respect when they're being watched, because it is you are allowed to be watched when you're going through a personal injury case, but you shouldn't be harassed, stalked down, almost ran off the road, humiliated, mocked, locked out of places, all of that. I'm telling you, these people are doing some dirty work. They're doing some nasty work. I'm going to call it nasty work because it's true. And I get to tell my story. And even if nobody's listening to it, I get to turn on my YouTube and my radio and speak anyway, because I know I'm not doing anyone any harm. I'm not harassing anyone. I'm not going down that dirty road about somebody. I'm telling the truth about what I'm talking about. And I said, every day that I'm out here on this, in this environment, in this wilderness, I'm going to speak my truth so that someone else who goes through this will understand this is exactly what it might look like when it comes to you, especially if you are African American. But see, the thing is, like, we don't have enough of our people standing up for what's right. They get quiet and they want to go after you. They want to start gaslighting each other. I don't gaslight you. I'm going to tell you right straight up what it is. If you don't like me, don't watch my videos. If you don't like me, don't come speak to me. If you don't like me, don't come standing by me acting like you like me. Don't come doing nothing towards me if you don't like me, because it's not genuine and it's not trustworthy. I can't trust you, you know? So this person said, I'm not going to say your name. I have never been racist, never said a racist or hurtful thing to anyone. And here lately, I've had racist stuff said to me because I'm white. I don't get it. I have been nothing but respectful. Listen, Mama Bear, am I talking to you? Like, sometimes you got to listen without getting offended. Like, sometimes you got to listen without getting offended. That's the problem with the white race. Sometimes you don't want to understand what the black person is saying. You don't want to hear what the black person is saying because you think we're talking specifically about you. No, we're not. We're specifically speaking about the system of racism. We're talking about how racism is white supremacy. And when it comes to white supremacy, not all white people feel like that. And you're saying that you don't feel like that. So if you don't feel like that, then it's not about you. It's about the people who feel that way towards another person. And black people, they may not like white people, but as a system, no, they can't be racist because they do not have the supremacy complex. We do not own the systems. We don't own the financial systems. We don't own, at a large rate, banking systems. So we cannot be racist. What we're telling you guys is how this is making us feel, how this is affecting us. That's what I'm saying. I have not one time sat here and started on one person. I'm talking as a general message, but I'm speaking from my own perspective. These people are harassing me. So that's what I'm saying. Like, people don't listen to people to understand them. They listen to them to see how it offends them. Like, seriously, like, if you was telling me about black people offending you or a black person offended you, I would be listening to understand. I wouldn't be feeling like it hurt me. You know what I'm saying? That person specifically hurt me when they are talking in a general term about how someone made them feel. So that's what I'm saying. Sometimes you guys got to just step back out of that equation and just listen to somebody who's speaking about the torture and the pain they're experiencing. It doesn't mean that the person who's listening is the one doing it, or because you are that color. No, it's what that other person is saying. Listen to what they're saying. Listen to understand. That's all I'm saying. I'm sharing on my video, on my YouTube, how I'm being harassed, tracked like I'm a slave. And all I am is a victim that has slipped and fell and then got retaliated against, and then they backed into my car and re-injured me after I was feeling better from a procedure. So I get to tell my story, and I speak in general terms. So if I say this is racism, that's what it is. Because the first thing you see when you see me is black. And when you treat me a certain way because I'm black, that's racism. That's racism. That's all. And if someone treats you as a white person a different way because you're white, that's discrimination. Because the other person who is discriminating against you does not have the systematic supremacy. They don't own these banking systems. Not at a whole. So that's what I'm saying. I'm not trying to make this a racial point, because that's the first thing that they're going to say. Why are you making this a racist point, a racial point? Because it is. Because it is. They're treating me like I'm a runaway slave. Seriously. When you start getting stopped on the interstate or something because you're leaving a city, and then the cop asks you where you going, that's none of his business where I'm going and where I'm from. If I'm handing you my license, that should be enough. You know what I'm saying? As long as it comes back good, I can travel. But see, no, because I'm black. Because I'm black, that happens. These people sit around me all day right now, sitting around. Now they want to back up because I'm on my YouTube talking and speaking about race relations because it's real. Most of these people who are coming around me at night are white and Hispanic. The blacks come too. So I'm just telling you, the most of them who come around me, but because I say that, now they're gonna flip the switch, and now they're gonna send more black people to harass me or more Hispanics to harass me. I know this game. This is a game. It's a game, but it's a psychological game. It's psychological warfare, and it's just like any other warfare. You wear the person out, and that's what they've been doing to me. They're trying to wear me out. And guess what? If I'm going through pain and suffering, I'm also going through mental harassment, mental trauma. So whatever coming out my mouth right now is mental harassment, it's mental trauma, and I ain't said not one time anything directed at one specific person. I'm talking as a general term, in general terms. I get to do that because I'm a critical analysis. I can use my critical analysis on my social media because I have the right to my freedom of speech. And that's why that's what a lot of people don't like. They don't like someone speaking the truth, and they try to suppress you. Well, you're not going to suppress me here on YouTube, and you're not going to suppress me in society. You're not going to suppress me wherever I go, because one thing for sure, I'm a good person. I don't bother anybody, but I speak up for myself and I speak my truths. So I don't deserve to be harassed, racially profiled, racially discriminated, or any of that. Not taken care of at the moment of my impact because I'm a black woman. No, I don't believe in that. It shouldn't be that way. And even if it's not that way, it feels that way. It really feels that way. And I'm allowed to feel. I'm allowed to have my opinions. And I'm also allowed to share my truths. So I'm doing what I'm going to do, and I'm saying what I'm going to say because I don't feel like I'm being targeted, and I'm being on a personal level. This is personal to somebody. I don't know who this is personal to, but this is personal. This is personal. When you wake up in the morning and take your shield down and look out, and some woman is leaning on a building with her phone and her flash on. She probably didn't even know she had her flash on, with her hands crossed, looking mean at you with a disdainful look right into your car window, with her phone propped right to your car window. What does that tell you? This ain't nothing professional. This is personal. And everything that I'm saying, I can back it up. I can back it up. They had their witness with them, and I have my witness with me. I can back it up. They know exactly what they were doing. A lot of this stuff is because of some type of bitterness, some type of retaliation, and some type of disdain for me. They probably already knew who I was or something. I don't know. But one thing for sure, I don't deserve what they're trying to do to me. I don't deserve this harassment. I don't deserve this targeting. I don't deserve this stalking. It's spooky. And I'm trying to figure out who is the head of these people so they can get them back in line and get them back in order and have some order in this place. Because it doesn't seem like the head is knowing what the bottom is doing. It doesn't seem like the people in charge know exactly what their people are doing, because these people out here are doing renegade stuff. Some renegade, real renegade stuff. And I don't appreciate it, because they're not only just messing with me, and I don't like it. And I'm speaking up for myself. So if you guys don't understand where I'm coming from, maybe this channel may not be for you, because I'm speaking up for myself and my rights. I have a right to live peacefully. I have a right to go to a store and not be harassed and followed everywhere I go. I have a right to go shopping without somebody at the cash register while I'm at the self-checkout tapping on their phones every time I leave, like they're saying I'm stole something or I'm doing something wrong. I see this happening all the time. Shopping, black people don't have to lie. Shopping while black. Home ownership while black. Searching for a home and getting the highest rates. Shopping for a home and getting turned down because you're black. Don't come on this page thinking that I'm going to stop talking about it because you're saying that you've never done that and you feel like people are always saying you did something. You're not listening. I'm not saying everybody's doing that. I'm saying this is what I'm experiencing, and I know my other black people have experienced the same situations too. We don't own these systems. That's why we're the ones who are being discriminated against. Y'all aren't being discriminated against because you want to get a house, get a loan, get a job, get a car, get furniture. Just because you live in a certain area, your bills may be cheaper than some of the people bills out in the hood. So don't tell me about discrimination. But anyway, guys, so if y'all don't resonate with me, I understand that, but I'm here to tell my truths. I'm telling my story, and ain't nobody changing my story but me. So my journey is my journey. My journey is what God gave me a will to do, and I'm going to do it. I'm going to speak my truth, and then people don't like it. I'm not trying to hurt your feelings at all. If you don't get me, maybe we're not compatible to understand each other, and that's fine. We can respectfully disagree, but I'm on my channel. I am a independent thought leader. I am an independent thought person, human individual who happen to be African American, female. I'm going to speak up for myself. I'm not going to let these people just get away with this stuff and hound me down, and I'm already hurting. I'm already injured in pain. I've been injured in pain. I have old injuries. I'm not going to get these people to make me have a stroke out here, because that's what they're trying to do. They're trying to harass you to the point where you go insane. I done seen them do it to people. I done seen them do it to people. They literally make these people go insane from the harassment that they're doing. Racism has caused a lot of people stress, anxiety, depression, post-traumatic stress. And so we have a lot of other things in this society. But I'm not letting them do me like that. I'm going to speak up for myself. I'm going to speak up for myself so that the next generation will understand what they have to deal with. Because it ain't right. It ain't right. And nobody's speaking up. Nobody comes to the aid of the black person. Nobody. It doesn't seem like nobody's on their side. But there are people on your side, black people. There are people on your side. I'm just here to speak my story. It shouldn't offend nobody. How does my story should never offend anyone else, unless that person is guilty of whatever they're doing. I'm not here to hurt anyone, shame anyone. I'm here to share my story, and that's all I'm doing. On that note, peace and blessings.